Alright, here we are. Italy, season 14, end of season. Wow, that was really quick. Not really quick, but it's been quite the interesting season. I mean, obviously not very active in terms of Italy standards, but I mean, hopefully we can get there today or in the playoffs. What's up, do? I assume there should be more people coming. Considering a bunch of people said they'd be on. Walker, what's up? Oh yeah, Walker. Oops, I forgot to get on. Alright, yeah. Hey Walker, or someone. Alright, yeah, hopefully. I don't know if I'm. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the comments and tell Walker something. Alright, let's see if that works. You guys hear that little loop? Alright, I'll see if that works. This my phone is right by my microphone. You know, it's a nice thing. Anyways, Roma, Borussia, and then we're gonna check the standings real quick just to kind of show people up. Shemi, big game for him in the loss. Harden though leads the way. Check the standings, check the playoff races, all that stuff. Roma are 5 games ahead in the conference. Last season, keep in mind though, Roma was the 1 seed. They played 8 seed Inter Milan first round. They lost first round. So we'll see what happens. Man City, 5 games behind. They've kind of started to struggle. I guess Roma's been on a hot streak. Bruce Dortmund's right behind. They're doing pretty good. They just gotta watch Shemi's turnovers. Napoli right there. Josie has cooled off big time, and so has Napoli as a result. But they're still a contender. Liverpool's had a good season considering they traded away Lemon Pez and Pop and Dog for pretty much nothing. But here we are. Torino is 6. They might make their first playoffs ever. 7 is PSG. I don't know if they got Archibald or not, but there's rumors that they might. Inter Milan is 8. They might be the 8th again. They won a playoff the last time. You can trade whenever until the season ends. Until the regular season ends, pretty much. Actually, until April. I'll give you till April. We're gonna do like a week in March, sim to like April, and we're gonna do a couple days in March, and then we're gonna sim to April. So you got a little bit. You don't have much time, pretty much. So Carlton and Sky just kind of get on that. Bayern Munich, they're looking like they might get in. Oslo might miss the playoffs for the first time in a long time, but I think they'll be a good bet to get back. There's Pierre Brown, 3-point contest, standout. AC Milan looks like that's the kind of the gap for no shot playoffs. They had an impressive season to start, especially with Mountain Dew the third looking really good. LeBron Michaels is solid too. Looks like Archibald to PSG might be happening. It was Moscow. Moscow's looking good. Venice, Real Madrid, United is right there in that top category. I mean, Venice, Real Madrid, United are newer teams in terms of actually Venice has been around a while, but they weren't good for a while, and now they're good. And then yeah, Olympiacos has stepped up. They might be they're going to be the threat in the playoff. They're actually hopefully they'll be in the threat in the playoffs for the first time because they're always kind of just like a second round conference finals type team, even though they're really good in the regular season. this season, not that great in the regular season, but you never know what's going to happen in the playoffs. Chelsea, AKBC, Real Madrid, all in this little tied, actually all tied from 5 to 7. Alba Berlin right behind. One lines could make the playoffs, or might make the playoffs. They should make the playoffs. They should be a playoff team over. Actually, they're pretty similar to Inter Milan. I don't know, they're better. I guess they should make it over Inter Milan, but yeah. What's up? Oh, Jamil. First of all, I'll show Jamil something real quick. These are your stats now, Jamil. Jamil Aziz is a lot better. So, I got you better because you were active like I told you. Kerry Kingdom's Vitautas might have a shot depending on who they get in a potential trade with PSG, or if Archibald keeps stepping up. They've been a little bit better recently. Juventus probably is a little that could be in. They're a little out. And yeah, but a lot of good here. Playoffs, a lot of people on here. I'm happy about that. All right, we're gonna go till the 5th. We're gonna go through the 5th, and then we're gonna go to April. We're gonna do every day in April. It's gonna be good. So, the 2nd of March, AK versus Estudiantes, two teams trying to make the playoffs. Madrid Estudiantes famously got in last season over AK because of Pablo Bean mostly. There's Marshall Gates, the rookie. He's having a solid season. Elijah Watson, solid season. Gezi Crawford also having a solid. I mean, this guy looks like a future triple double guy potentially. Evans, King, Pablo Bean passing well. There's Evans. I mean, it's his first season not in Napoli, not starting. But yeah, Luigi's not bad at all. He's a rookie. Keep in mind. And I love his versus Oswald. Oswald needs this win to keep it in the playoff hunt. Big win for Oswald. That Pierre Brown, he had the 3-point contest appearance. In 25 minutes, scores 27 points here. That's a guy to trade for potentially. Pierre Brown's a solid player. He's inactive, but he's a guy I'm never gonna nerf. I might even buff to an 80 just because he's been such a staple in Italy. He's one of those guys that's like a Italy guy that's he's not active, but he's been crucial to Italy history, especially 3-point contest wise. He also won a dunk contest one year. I think he doubled for 3-point dunk one year. That was impressive. I think he actually lost the dunk contest that year, but he won 3-point contest. Berlin, Moscow. Moscow trying to be the 1 seed. Berlin's gonna be a playoff team most likely. Moscow wins this. Josh Turner the third is really good actually. Meatball Smooth Jr. solid. London Lions. That's a good win for them. They're trying to make the playoffs. Real Madrid's currently in the playoffs, but they could always fall out. I mean, it's only a 1-game difference here. We'll see how that develops. Kerry Kingdoms need every win they can get. Napoli has been a little slow recently. They lose this one. That's a big loss for Napoli. I mean, that's not too bad of a game for Josie, but he's not doing too great recently. I didn't do anything to him, by the way. He's just going cold now. It seems. Well, cold relative. It's a relative term, but Charlie Cooper, I mean, if Kerry Kingdoms made the playoffs, let's say hypothetically, Kerry Kingdoms made the playoffs, Josie just continues to flop, Archibald does not make the playoffs, or anything like that, DM me any trades, Carlton and Napier, but yeah. If Archibald does not make the playoffs, Charlie Cooper makes the playoffs, and Josie continues to just flop, Charlie Cooper could be the MVP at age 38, but he's probably not going to be. There's like no way. All that stuff happens. You have to do it like okay. Once we get to April, that's when it happens. And I don't know why you'd wait till the end of March to announce, because that could alter playoff stuff. Because PSG could miss the playoffs potentially because of waiting on Archibald, or Vitals could make the playoffs over them. You never know. Venice Rare gets the win. Yep. Man City versus Maccabi. Man City barely beats Maccabi. Maccabi might need a new owner. They're probably gonna need a new owner. They're owned by Cooper. He's owned them for a long time, but they've been going down the hole recently. They need a new owner probably. What about Cuxta Barcelona? Jermaine Cole has had a really good season, actually, but we'll see. What if he's active ever? Derby Blazers EA7. The Blazers get the win. Forrest not enough. Remy Jr. and the Wingus get the help them get the win. Derby, they could be a good team in the future. There's a lot of teams that have some young talent. There's a lot of teams that, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of teams that could be good really next season. Frank Hoy, Davis, Tanner Rose, and Graham Padu. Solid, but Chelsea gets the win. This is Italy, Jamil. Oh, in overtime, Bayern Munich gets the win. They're trying to stay in the playoff hunt, and this will help them do so. Bayern Munich needs these wins bad, and they get a win there. Napoli beats Liverpool pretty handily. Triple double, 41, 20, and 10 for Josie. That's a really good game. D'Lo Jr., Carter Cooper, all solid. Luis McGee, Vitaudis, AC Milan. Archibald, one of his last games potentially with Vitaudis. I mean, he's probably going to the NBA anyways, so it would be one of his last games anyways, regardless. But solid game. They get the win. Vitaudis is now 29 and 32. That Derby Blazers loss really hurts them, but they've been steadily improving. What's up, Cubs? Man City wins. Kobe Westbrook, the reigning defense player of the year somehow, some way, because that's how bad defense was last season. All right, 2 more days. There's not a lot of games that day. Actually, there's a decent amount of games this day, but Inter Milan, Leroy Cuxta. Hi, Panda. Not bad. Alba, solid win for them. Alright. Charlie Cooper, big win for them over Venice Rare. 41 for them. Jack Brewer, solid game, but that's not gonna happen. Real Madrid, hold on, I'm gonna say something real quick. I need to do something real quick. Alright, we're back. Alright. Joey Griffin leads them to the win. Real Madrid trying to make the playoffs still. I mean, there's some good playoff races here. This is interesting year for the playoff bubble. Big win for Zion Harden Roma. Jamil sees another great game. He's looking like easily the most improved player in the league. He could be an MVP at some point soon. I mean, I think this is the year Man U won it all. He was averaging 5 and 5, and now he's up to 21 and 12. He's really improved. That's what activity can do for you folks. And me realizing that tendencies are so bad that I need to fix them, so I did. Moscow wins over PSG. PSG is they're on the bubble for the playoffs. They need some help to potentially make it. Here's a Lingus game coming up. London Lions, AK, 2 teams on the playoff bubble to some degree. Hazard. Here's Lingus. Lingus is his stats are not that great this season. He's pretty old though. Keep in mind for Italy, and he's gonna be good though. Luigi is not the worst rookie. Luigi's gonna be good. Don't worry. Luigi. I think there's some people who are starting off a little slow, who will be a lot better next season. Hint, hint, because of activity. Jim Bob. Um, Luigi. Maybe not. Maybe the overall won't show, but also 2K likes to screw around with rookies. Bayern AC Milan. Bayern Munich whoops AC Milan. That's a big win for them. All right. AC Milan got whooped there. They were looking like a potential playoff team at one point. They've lost a lot recently. Man United still has not made the playoffs since they won the title. Liberal Cuck still gets the win. Jermaine Cole, another great game. Jermaine Cole is to Liberal Cuck still what Swaggy Scalabrin Jr., not Tyson Scalabrin Jr., was to Barcelona when they were really bad. Pretty much. Speaking of, actually, never mind, it's just Shaq. Speaking of Man United, though, three 30-point games here. Lone Lions make the playoffs with Francisco Guerrero, Shaq, so that's something to look forward to. Alright, I'm going to sim to end March now. We're going to go on to. Alright, let's check the standings real quick. I'm gonna go to a team that's on the playoff bubble. We'll go to Bayern Munich or London Lions. We're going to Bayern Munich. There's a lot of Bayern Munich fans on the stream right now. So, Bayern Munich. We're going to the end of March. First game could be a loss. That should be a loss. London Lions, another team that's okay. London Lions, that's a big win for them. Oh, that loss to Maccabi is going to kill them. Not a good loss. Lose to Olympiacos, that's kind of expected. That wasn't voice crack. That was just me being really monotone and my voice cracking. Not like crack, but like, you know what I mean. It was sounding like scruffy. I don't know what the word to describe it would be. Couple wins there. They're still 9 seed though. Okay, couple big wins. Bayern Munich still 9 seed. I want to check the standings real quick. Now is the last time to make any trades. So if you're gonna have any trades, we'll see. Roma clinched the playoffs. They are still way ahead. Man City, they're looking like easily the 2 seed as well. Liverpool and Napoli are gonna be in the playoffs. So all these teams making back to the playoffs. Roma is still one of the 2 teams in Italy that never missed the playoffs ever. Borussia Dortmund, Torino, PSG, Inter Milan, and Bayern Munich are tied. Asvel has a shot, but it looks like these 2 are gonna be coming down to the wire. PSG can miss it as well. That could happen. Moscow, Madrid, Estudiantes, and Venice are all going to the playoffs. These 2 teams for the second times in their team history, respectively. Moscow is the second of 2 teams to never miss the playoffs. Alba Berlin, Olympiacos has cooled off again a little. One lines seem to be falling out, but yeah. Alright, let's see any trades that have happened potentially. Shabazz, if you're making the trade. Oh yeah, oh yeah, there's Vitalis. They're way behind. Vitalis is gonna be out of it. Uh, so it's looking like London has only team that has a shot. If you talking about soccer, I'm gonna give you a temporary ban in the next 5 seconds if I see a comment. If you talk about soccer, I'm temporary ban. Yeah, pen and built Venice. I will go over the stats real quick. Let people see the stats. Why potential. Actually, I'll go to power rankings. I'm gonna give it a little analyzation. These 2 teams are always. I mean, this is like Warriors, Cavs, or Celtics, Lakers in the old days. So these 2 teams are pretty much always competing against each other. All that stuff. Man City, reigning champs. 2 new teams on the block in terms of becoming contenders. Then you have another tier. See, you have this top tier. It looks like in terms of wins, just based purely on wins. You got Moscow and Roma. Then tier 2 is like these 3 teams. Then you got just a cluster of teams. Only because top ranked team to not have clinched the playoffs yet. A lot of good teams here. London Lions might not make the playoffs, but they're a 13th ranked team. It's Augustus Phillips, Shabazz. Torino is ranked pretty low. But let's see who's struggled recently in the past month. Looks like Olympiacos has struggled. Borussia Dortmund has struggled. AKC has struggled. London Lions have struggled to some degree. Chelsea to some degree. Rice, I don't know where you're leaving. You have a player on Torino who's literally spelled like rice, but that's how it was, and he's good. So And there's a lot of good stuff here. Kerry Kingdoms. Yes, Carlton. There's a deal. I want to see a DM with both you guys in it. Alright, you guys send me a DM and I'll announce it and get my analyzation of it because this is a big trade. So DM me the trade and then we can I'll announce it over this by myself. I'll announce this. So it involves Archibald. Alright. So Archibald is going to PSG officially. If you guys didn't know already, Shabazz owns Vitalis now. PSG always makes noise in the playoffs, guys. People don't realize. PSG is one of those teams like PSG and Vitalis are the two teams, the one in each conference, always kind of low seeds, but always seem to win a series. Same with Osfel in the PSG's conference, I guess you could say. So Archibald is in the PSG. PSG only gets Archibald. Only Archibald. Vitalis gets a absolute haul of players. Frankie Bush, owned by Funky and named after Funky, is going to Vitalis along with Marlon Jordan, owned by Tricker. Ludacris maybe? No. LeBron Ball, who will join his brother Ludacris Ball, owned by LeVar, and Kyrie Gooden, owned by Kyrie, are going to Vitalis. Let me put this in real quick. PSG. Oh, they're right next to each other. That makes it easy. LeBron Ball, gone. Archibald, gone. Marlon Jordan. Could this push Vitalis into the playoffs? No, probably not. But next season, this could be some solid move. All right, let's see. Should be it. Yeah, that's it. All right, Vitalis now. Um, Oatmeal is owned by Pib. He's pretty active. LeBron Ball is owned by LeVar. LeVar's gone now, but LeBron Ball won't get nerfed that much because LeVar is one of the Italy goats. Marlon Jordan's my trigger. He's not that active, but we just talked about Marlon Jordan a couple days ago, so that he'll be fine for the season. Frankie Bush is on my Funky. Funky's players never get nerfed because I like Funky, because Funky's really active in Italy. Kyrie Gooden's owned by Kyrie, literally goat. Lucas Ball, yeah. Um, Archibald. So PSG manages to hold on to Karis LeVert Jr., who's owned by Sam F., which is a solid keep. Jalen Cross, one of their young guys, not too active, but solid hold on to guy again. Tobias Lightning, the rookie. Pretty much a bunch of solid pieces they held on to. They'll be able to play. They're gonna keep Karis LeVert at point guard. Let's go to the rotation. I'd say. Yeah, no, it's not happening. Rex Thunder, former Italian League All-Star, back in season 5. We were on the other last 2K, 2K17. Yeah, that's right. That's how old that was. Oh, we have another trade coming in, but I will announce that in a second because I did not expect that. Um. Uh. Um. Hmm. Uh, okay, that works. And then Archibald's obviously the first option, I'd assume. Karras the second option, and Tobias will probably be the third option. That should be good. Vitalis, a lot of big men here. We're gonna go with the big men lineup. We're gonna let it roll a little. I think Ludacris. Actually, LeBron Ball's rated higher, so we'll put LeBron Ball in. Um, Oh yeah, my bad on the Shabazz thing. Oops. There's not really anyone who's like super active or superstar right here. Like no one's like gonna kill to get their sky to be really high here. So I'm just gonna spread it out. We'll let Frankie Bush have a shot in the sunlight. Give Marlon Jordan a little bit. All right, what's the other trade that happened? This next trade's kind of stupid for one side. One side wins, one side loses. The winning side is AKBC. AKBC trades Augustus Phillips. I actually don't know how much. I don't know how much of a win this is actually. I didn't realize how high rated Augustus Phillips is. Owned by Cheetos, or no, Augustus Phillips is owned by Heinz, but he's getting traded for a Cheetos owned player by the team that's right next to him as well. Zadrik's not rated that high actually. Huh. I guess Liverpool wins that. Wow. Heinz is kind of active in Italy. He's been on a couple of streams. Zadrik, he's on my Cheetos. Cheetos always used to be active, but Cheetos isn't active anymore. Because he like deleted his account stuff. I guess the winner of that is Liverpool. Okay. Not a bad move. If you can show me the roster you saw, Shabazz, that had Zadrik as an 85, I will make him an 85 again. Because I guess if something happened, then I'll see. So, if you can send me a picture that proves that, yeah. Oh, Lingus has to start, obviously. Everyone gets 40. If you can show me proof of the roster, I'll make him a 85 again because I don't want you to have gotten screwed. Oh, here, let's see, he sent it. Oh, that was an 85 up two, so his base overall was an 83 in that Shabazz because he had the up two for based on whatever it's called, um confidence or whatever, like this thing morale. Yeah, because if your morale's good, then you're gonna go up in the rating with overall. He was up two. He was an 85 going up two. He's an 83 going up one, so it's the same thing pretty much. So he wasn't actually an 85. He was just that. Liverpool gets Augustus Phillips. Man, got played hard. Anyone here that doesn't? Banana bread. 20, 16, 16, 36, 38, 40. Oh, we're out of minutes. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, well, Phillips run the offense now. Yeah, I'm sorry, Shabazz. You kind of played yourself there. Anyways, after a couple of big trades, we'll see what happens. No one cares about those two teams that's on here. No one cares about those two teams that's on here. Here we go. Man City. Actually, I don't think anyone cares about these two teams either, but we'll do it because Man City is actually good. Man City blows them out. Remy and Mongi, good games. A lot of activity here today. Or on this one at least. That's good. R12's first game on PSG. Oh, PSG jumps out to a huge lead. Oh my, oh my. Inter Milan's a potential playoff team. Are you kidding me? They're in the same conference. They're like competing for the 8th seed. And Inter Milan, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that that's not legal, man. That's just mean. Oh my. What? Man, Inter Milan just got raped. Inter Milan just got absolutely what? Uh, this is creepy. What the heck? Inter Milan just got raped. Uh, Bayern Munich is trying to compete for one of those playoff spots with either Inter Milan and PSG, and they win there. Venice Rayer coming off a disappointing loss to some team that shouldn't have beat that, had no business beating them. They win this one though. AKBC first game with Zajic Johnson at point guard instead of Augustus Phillips, and they win it. Zajic, longtime Moscow guy. Cubs, if you retire with Jim Bob, I'm not. That's just pathetic. That's the only way I can describe it. It's pathetic. Kerry Kingdoms, let's see if Charlie Cooper continues his good season. Great game for Charlie Cooper. Alright, next day. Liverpool, first game with Augustus Phillips. That could be a good addition for Liverpool. Do is quietly doing a really good job with Liverpool. Do is very underrated as a coach. People don't realize. Fuller, Phillips. Trade deadline passed for Italy because it's the last month. I'm not having any trades in like the end of April. I mean, going to April is pretty impressive as it is for trades. It's one game, Shabazz. Don't worry. I think it's. Oh wow, Calipari, 32 points, 11 steals. That's a big. Wow. Osfeld versus Dortmund. Oswald needs someone to make the playoffs. Oh, Dortmund came back and stole it from them. Triple double from Ethan Griffin, who's having a really good season. Cubs, all your players are really doing great except Jim Bob. Actually, I don't know what happened to Jacob Griffin, but like your players are doing great. Oh, Darby. Oh my, Darby Blazers won that. Jaloza Pib, Manu Bean. A lot of good games here. Oh, Josie, quiet, 49 points on 13 out of 21 three-point shots. That guy shoots so many three-pointers, is unreal. PSG game coming up. Venice Valencia, Venice another game against a bad team. They're getting this pick on easily. Oh, they lost. This is why people make fun of Venice Rare. This is why people make fun of Venice Rare because they lose to games like that. Moscow, Man City, two top teams can compete for the title. This could be a finals matchup for all we know. Tandem draft, great game. His stats are down, but he's tandem draft's a great player. PSG, Chelsea. Let's see if Archibald can bounce back. Davis, Frank Foy. Oh, okay. See, that's Archibald's averages pretty much. That's a good game for him. Karras has jumped into two 30-point games since Archibald came. Jalen Cross has just stepped up. Tobias Lightning's everyone else around them has stepped up because they got more minutes probably, but good overall. I mean, that's a good game for Archibald. 26 and 12, that's good. If he's putting up that on a team that's winning and making the playoffs, that's good. Oh, AKBC just got whooped by Labrel freaking Cuxta. Now that is embarrassing. Vitalis wins. Frankie Bush. Okay. A lot of guys here. Just this team, the team effort is kind of stepping up. This is like what team got a lot of good players? It's like the Nuggets after they traded Carmelo Anthony to the Knicks and they got like a bunch of solid players, solid role players back. And today's kind of one with those role players. That's what Vitalis is probably gonna try to do now. Oh, no one cares about these teams except kinda Yeo when he's on, because he owns one of the teams, but that's about it. Oh, Julian Quintero, quick 36 and 12 game. Okay. No one cares about those teams that's on. Barcelona Roma. Oh yeah, Roma, quick, easy game. Key. The playoff races are heating up. Oh, we have the 15-day. Oh, jeez. I didn't realize how long April was this season. Oh well, it's gonna be good. Liverpool also. Oh yeah, I have to do overall chances. That's right. I did a couple earlier today on the earlier stream. Augustus Phillips not a good game for Liverpool. Liverpool loses that one, but it's okay. They're just trying to be their guys. No. Oh crap. I already started it. I would have done that for an overall game, just because there's some Bayern Munich fans on here. Napoli wins. D'Lo Jr. and Josie, great games. D'Lo Jr. has had a lot of good games recently. He's starting to step up. Dortmund, not the left phase. Dortmund struggled recently. Not the left phase. It's a good team. Or it's not a good team at all. Shemi 19 assists and only 5 turnovers. That for him, that's not many turnovers. 19 assists for Shemi. Shemi has lived up to the hype. It's Duke Worley, but he's on Olympiacos. He's just not playing game minutes at all. Archibald's Archibald's stock is not going to drop. I don't think you realize. His stock's not dropping at all. Archibald's still going to be just as good of a player. Just because he's going to a team that's winning, he literally put up his pretty much his averages on the season in that last game. All right, guess all leading score plus 1 overall. I forgot. Tanner Rose is on Valencia. I'll go. It's Olympiacos. How do you not know anyone on Olympiacos? Olympiacos literally has like 2 of the top 5 players in the league that I just said on the player GM ESPN team in terms of like draft stock. Olympiacos is owned by Funky. Walker, can you keep track like you always do? Thank you, I'd appreciate it. All right, I'll go straight to the rosters. Oh, whoops. Oh, Jesus. Crap. How did I screw that up so bad? Bean, Watson, King, Gates, Crawford, Darius Evans, Suzanne, and Apple Pie are the guys who play for Estudiantes. For Olympiacos, you got DeRozan Calipari, Montavious Marshall V, also known as Cactus Jack, Jeffrey Griffin, Humongous Jr., Derek Jackson Jr., and Stevenson are the guys who played. Dearest Duke Worley, I don't think he's played all. He's maybe gotten in some scrap minutes here and there for Olympiacos this season, but he doesn't play really. Anyways, into the game. We sim at 9 minutes, remember. Humongous Jr. wins the tip. Bean's never done anything to Luigi. Bean helps Luigi. Bean passes really well. DeRozan for 3. No good. Gazzy Crawford to Pablo Bean. Luigi King is probably the future star of this team. Gazzy Crawford could be good. Gates could be good. I think Luigi King's the future star. I think Luigi King just needs some time to develop, is all. King for 3. He misses. That's just a brick. Jeffrey Griffin with a good rebound. Jeffrey Griffin's been around a while. Marshall, the 5th. I saw some 2K17 pictures that I was looking at today for Italy. Not my camera roll, but like someone was tagged in it. I was looking at what they were tagged in or something. Anyways, I saw a picture of Jeffrey Griffin. He looked a lot different. He was more wild in terms of his hair. That's 2K17. That's how long he's been around. Pablo Bean trying to put the moves on Dwayne DeRozan. Pablo Bean's 350 pounds. Dwayne DeRozan's just a slow guy. Luigi King passing it around. They're moving this around. King for 3 again. Brick again. Humongous Jr. this time with the rebound. Calipari. Oh, step back. Brandon Watson. Miss again. Still no buckets. A minute and a half in. Some of you know my face. Actually, like probably like two of you. I don't let many people follow my personal. Watson, no good. King with the rebound. Good rebound for Luigi King. Don't worry, no one sees my face. Jeez, Lingus. Jeez. That's you don't ask is he pretty, you ask is he ugly, okay. That's just mean. I'm not saying I'm in, but like, wow. Watson for three. This Madrid Ciante's offense is looking really ugly right now. Montavious, okay. I think when Squid told me it was like junior, it's been different. I don't know, I look a lot different than I did a year ago when Squid probably saw it. I remember I did like a, I'll let 3 people follow me on my personal. It was Cubs, Kyrie, and Squid. And I look a lot different than I did a year ago, so I don't know. Squid probably doesn't really know anymore. Crawford. Humongous stream with the rebound. Pablo Bean. Oh, we can sim after this possession. Walker, did you keep track of who guessed who for link score? I'm not answering that, Panda. Brother's interrogating me about this too, and I don't answer anything about that stuff. I'm not gonna say no, but I'm not gonna say yes. Oh yes, after that possession. Walker, can you scroll up? Okay, Lingus, I don't know what you're kind of like being crazy today. A little off the rails today, Lingus. I don't know what's up with you. Uh, Montavious Marshall. Montavious Marshall, it was would have been a good guess. It's not like that's like a oh what he scored guess, but uh yeah. So if you guess Marshall, no one said him. Oh darn! I don't have to give out. I can't give out overall people. Shucks, sucks. There'll be another chance probably. Oh god. Oh god, so many games. Battle for the 1 seed. Oh, Venezuela wins it. Oh wow. Jack Brewer 39 and 11. Barcelona, Man City. Man City. Olympiacos playing again. This time playing Leo Cuxta. This should be a win for Olympiacos. They barely win this one, but Olympiacos a win's a win. Olympiacos is starting to make the move up. Can AK beat Valencia Basket? If they can't beat Valencia Basket, they're in some trouble. They beat Valencia Basket, okay. Slow start, but they win. It seems like Zadji's a little bit better of a passer than Augustus Phillips. Alberlin versus Derby. Sorry, Shabazz, I only do good teams for overall, not AKBC. You have to have mid the playoffs recently. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. We'll see. If AK plays a good team, that'd be good. I think it's a good matchup. I go based on matchup, pretty much. I'm interested to see how Charlie Cooper does. Charlie Cooper's been pretty fun to watch this season. Uh, Cooper almost non-existent there. I mean, Chelsea's literally what they always are. They're like a 6 seed playoff team, pretty much. That's literally them every season. They don't change. They lost Martin Freeney. They gained Nani Panda this season. That's pretty much like an even trade, except they lost like a true point guard. Liverpool wins. Joe Juice had a great season. Oh, Joe Juice already. Oh gosh, This is an interesting development. Martin Freeney was your point guard for a million. This is why you're always like a low playoff team because you don't even know who your best player is. Joe Do. Is that what okay? That's interesting for the MVP race. Hint, hint. Maybe potential MVP there. Uh, oh, Chelsea's blown out by a not great team. Nani Panda. Good game. Frank Coy has not been stepping up like I expected this season. I expected the season to be his big breakout year. Where I mean, he made a big jump from his first to second season, but I thought he'd be like a 26 point per game guy, maybe like 7 assists or something. But no, not even close. He's just pretty much the same player as last season. Vitalis Madrid Estudiantes. Can Vitalis win with that team approach? They did not win this time. Pablo Bean, Gazzy Crawford get it done. Frankie Bush leads team in scoring again. All right, let's see how Archibald does here. This could be a blowout. Archibald 27-23. That's a really good game. Another 30-point game for Karis LeVert Jr. I'm pretty sure that's 4 in a row. Even before the Archibald trade was getting on a streak, he's starting to heat up. Borussia, Inter Milan. Borussia wins. Borussia is fun to watch. Nico Obiagu is very inconsistent. He can be good, he can be bad. Latanas Vinicius always really good scoring wise. Shemi, some days he'll give you 20 points, 15 assists, and like 6 turnovers. Other days, or maybe like 4 turnovers. Other days he'll give you 8 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 12 turnovers. That's just how it is. I think he literally had that stat line one time. On the Tatus, you played 48. You played like the whole game on the Tatus. Oh, PSG game again. This time against Manchester United. Big start, 29-4 in the first quarter, folks. That's embarrassing. Archibald, not great game. Karis LeVert Jr. another 3-point game. Are you kidding me? This guy is going off right now. Archibald's stock's still not taking a hit just because of. I mean, his stock's not gonna take a hit because his stats go down a little when he gets on a better team. Why would Squid retire from Chelsea without them ever being good with him as owner? I think Squid retires from Chelsea when Chelsea does something meaningful. Oh, Torino blows the lead. Torino is starting to slide. They were looking like a playoff lock almost at one point. They might not make it. Like I said, Napier, your Archibald's Napier stock's not going to drop. He's going to be I mean, the only way Archibald's stock would drop is if Josie averages 30, is if Josie competes with him for the first pick. Like if Josie gets to be a higher pick and higher stock than him. That's the only thing that can happen. Or like if someone has a great playoffs and Archibald doesn't have a good playoffs, maybe that person would slide above Archibald. Archibald's going to be a top 5 pick regardless. Archibald's stock's not going down. But Archibald has a chance to make some to solidify himself in the playoffs now instead of potentially going down. Not making the playoffs would have been worse than making the playoffs and going out first round and doing okay. Vitalis almost beats Olympiacos. Olympiacos is a 4 seed right now. They're making their move up. Bayern Munich. No, Cheetos owns Italy. I'm Cheetos. Did you guys not know I'm Cheeto? Oh yeah, I'm Cheetos, guys. Cheetos actually owns Italy. Cheetos is actually me and Pez both. Cheetos also owns NBL. That means me and Pez actually own the Cheetos account together. Did you guys not know that? I thought everyone knew that. If you didn't know that, you were under a rock. Josie, great game for him. Man, you guys are hungry for overall, aren't you? Alright, I'll check the standings in a second. EA7, another good win for them. This time with Moscow. Seems like Josh Turner III is leading these guys in scoring almost every day. Alright, Lingus, you're off the rails today. I don't get what's going on with you. Jamil, 36 and 13. AK at Derby. AK needs this win bad. They get it. Degas, not enough. Not to Carlton. He's starting to pull an arch while he's like, hey, let me put the team on my back. If you talk about soccer, you you get you get temporary ban. That there's no exceptions. I don't care if you're funky. Actually, I don't care if you're funky. If funky, talking about soccer, that's the only exception. But none of you are funky. I completely rigged the league for funky. I completely talk. I like funky should have won so many championships because I rigged the league for him. I'm kidding. I don't rig the league for funky. Playoff picture. Top five teams right here. Olympiacos has clinched the playoffs again. Alberlin's clinched the playoffs again. So yeah, five good teams here. Real Madrid, AKBC, Chelsea. Look like they're getting close. 4 games left for each. London Lions need to win all 4. London Lions are pretty much out. They're 4 games back. London Lions need an absolute miracle. This is pretty much the same bubble as last season, except last season it was these 3 teams and Madrid Estudiantes. Pretty much Madrid Estudiantes and Vitautas kind of. I don't know. It's pretty much the same teams every year. Western Conference. Roma is clinched the conference. Roma's going to be your conference champ yet again. Man City is close behind. Liverpool, Napoli, Dortmund all going to the playoffs. PSG, Torino. Oh, this is interesting. This is heated up a little. PSG look like they're probably going to be okay. But I mean, they're only 1 game ahead actually. They might not be okay. But Torino and Bayern Munich. Torino's really choked. They were like a 3 seed at one point, and they're slowly slid down. Bayern Munich has a shot. Inter Milan probably still. I want all these teams to make the playoffs over Inter Milan. Okay, I do predict the league against Inter. Okay, I don't predict the league at all, but you never know what's gonna happen here. A lot of interesting stuff could happen in Italy. 2 top teams in the Eastern Conference, I believe. I think it's the East. Madrid Estudiantes versus Chelsea. Madrid Estudiantes. Wow. Pablo Bean. Anthony Davis Jr. solid game, but Chelsea. I mean, they're more than likely safe, but London Lions need a miracle, and London Lions got or on the wrong end of a miracle when it came to the whole series with Martel Samosa in his rookie year. Never forget when they got completely just crapped on by Martel Samosa single-handedly, and Arvidas Nuigas to some degree. All right, if the London Lions loses, they're out. London Lions, the dream is not dead. London Lions are going to be at least 500 this season. All right, Vitalis is out. They're not making the playoffs. Bayern Munich can make the playoffs. Oh, Vitalis just ruined that. Oh man, that's not good for Bayern Munich. Good for Vitalis though. They're starting to get some wins. Vitalis is close. Hey Stevenson, I just showed standings a couple. If you scroll back in the stream a little, I just showed standings recently. You're like the 6th seed. You're on the verge of the playoffs. You're like bubble per usual. Oh, that's a good for Bayern Munich. Torino loses as well. Alba whoops them. Torino is really starting to slide. If PSG wins this, they're probably going to be a safe playoff team. Borussia's already in the playoffs. They don't really care. Oh, Archibald, not a bad game. Not a great game. I don't know. Wait, what's going on with him? His minutes. He didn't have a single foul, but he only played 35 minutes. Hold on. No, he should be getting 46. I don't know why he didn't play that much. Hmm. Shemi 36 and 14. No biggie. PSG looks like they're probably gonna be in the playoffs. Moscow Napoli. The classic matchup. Napoli edges them out late. Another great game from D'Lo Jr. Josie, he's taking a backseat to D'Lo Jr. It seems later in the season here, but still good. Archibald's stock is not going to drop. I don't be worried about that. All right, Real Madrid needs this win to get closer to the playoffs. They clinch playoffs with this win, I think. I think Real Madrid's heading back to the playoffs again for the millionth time for like the probably the fifth time in the past 5 seasons. Real Madrid gets into the playoffs in April or clinches the playoffs in April, late with a win. I'll see if that does it for Real Madrid. Yep, Real Madrid's in. I don't get why people say Archibald's stock's not gonna drop. Archibald's still the best player in the league, in my opinion. Plus, draft stock. I also base it. I don't base it just off. I mean, first of all, Archibald's done the most of all the candidates in Italy who go from Italy. I have Archibald as my seventh best player of all time, in my opinion, in Italy. So he's gonna be high. But that's before the season. That's before the season, coming into the season, in my opinion. Um, it's also based on activity, and no one is. There's not many people who are more active in Italy at this point than Napier. You're on every stream, Napier. I mean, you're good. Don't worry. Olympiacos wins. Man City, big win for them. They're 60 wins. AKBC needs this win. Oswell is out of the playoffs. Oswell whoops them. Actually, no. Wait. Yeah, AKBC hasn't clinched yet. That would have clinched it for them, I think. Real Madrid. This would just be a rub it in win. They get the win. They didn't even need the win. Real Madrid's a playoff team. So ha. They're just trying to clinch that 6th seed. Barcelona takes an embarrassing loss to some degree. PSG versus Juventus. PSG just needs to collect their win and go. They get it. Archibald 22 and 12, good game for him. Archibald's stats haven't really dropped too much. I think they'll be fine. If AKBC misses the playoffs, I think you can't blame anyone but yourself this season, Shabazz, just because of that trade late. There was no need to make that trade. It was completely unnecessary. Russ Phillips is kind of going off. I mean, his stats aren't that good, but no need to. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it was not broke. Shemi. Okay, Shemi, his turnovers are going down steadily. His other stats are going up. So Shemi is looking. I mean, this is a hint into his future potentially, right here. Vitautas, let's see if they can just kind of get this win for the future sake. Oh, that's a blowout win. Frankie Bush, another good game for him. Bayern Munich. Oh, this is a big game for them. Bayern Munich gets the win. We'll check settings after this day. True, 2K. It was also 2K. Shabazz. Or okay, for once and for all, I call Shabazz Napier, Archibald Napier, Shabazz. I call Shabazz King Shabazz because Shabazz King, the player. All right, for once and for all, Shabazz King is king. Shabazz Napier is Shabazz. Okay, Torino. That's a much needed win. London Lions are out. London Lions season is going to be over at the end of the regular season. That means AKBC clinches. Let's just check that out real quick. Torino is close. AKC clinches with that loss for the London Lions. So AKC will be going to the playoffs for the first time, I'm pretty sure, since season 6, when Lingus was last year. AKBC has never missed the playoffs with Lingus on the team. So Lingus is heading back to the playoffs with AKBC. I never thought I'd see the day this happen again, but yeah, I'm glad it came. And then London Lions actually are not out because Chelsea has not clinched. If London Lions win both their games and Chelsea loses both their games, it looks like London Lions are going to um, make the playoffs. PSG clinched the playoffs. Good for PSG. Archibald Napier is back in the playoffs yet again. Archibald Napier has made noise with Vitalis as a lower seed. PSG is just like Vitalis in terms of playoffs, where they typically win a series as the lower seed. So it looks like Archibald may have a chance to make some noise. Also, Karisov Jr. has been going off recently, so that's another thing to look at. Right here though, this is the main playoff race I'd look at. Torino, Bayern Munich, and Inter Milan each have 2 games left. If Torino and Bayern Munich, if both of them control their own fate, if they win out, they're in. If they lose out and Inter Milan wins out, then they're out. We're not doing the first round. Sorry. All right. AKBC. Oh, they almost followed up their clinching playoffs with a beat of Moscow. They choked. Zajic Johnson shows up though. Good for Zajic. Nope, but I will give my insights into the first round matchups. Alba Berlin just jockeying for some seeds right now. Rampage Jr. Alright. No one cares about those 2 teams. Roma, we'll do Roma, because Roma's good. Roma's the 1 seed also. Oh, Roma lost to Man United. Yikes, that is embarrassing. Last time it was fine to lose to Manchester United, they won the championship. PSG Olympiacos. Why not? These are the 2 teams that were kind of trying to trade for Archibald. Montavious. Archibald goes off. Big game for Archibald Napier. Montavious goes off as well. I mean, he didn't really trade away his future. He didn't trade away anything special. I think that trade worked out for both teams. PSG gets a better chance to win now, which they can potentially do. And Vitalis gets players that will help them for the future. Why are you leaving, Shabazz? No, King. Why are you leaving King? Yeah. I gotta catch myself. Wait, who going? Oh, fair enough. 5 a.m. Good night. Good morning. Everyone say good morning to King. Torino. This will probably clinch the playoffs for them if they win this. This is a big. That's a freebie. That's just trying to beg Torino to make the playoffs. That game right there. Pavan Sorcic gets a triple double for probably the first time in his career. I want to see this. It's his first triple double. Nope, second of the season. AKBC just trying to jockey for some positioning in terms of seeding. They don't choke late this time. They almost did. London Lions need this win, otherwise they're out. Chelsea has a shot. Okay, London Lions are out. Chelsea's in the playoffs. Congratulations to Chelsea for making the playoffs. Chelsea, per usual, on the last days of April, clinches the playoffs. Not anything special there. Kerry Kingdom's Moscow. So one side of the playoffs is already determined. Kerry Kingdom's. Charlie Cooper beats his former team with a triple double 40-pointer. What a game. Inter Milan trying to make the playoffs. They get closer. It's a big win for Inter Milan. Bayern Munich needs this win after Inter Milan got that win. Bayern Munich does never, and this is one of the biggest games in their history right here, which says something about Inter Milan, which says something about Bayern Munich and their pretty lame history. Oh, Estudiantes. Okay, Estudiantes. Luigi King leads them to the win. All right, standings, real quick. Playoff picture. If you're here, still here, comment because I want to make sure you're still here. If you are, right now, looks like Moscow, and it looks like it's gonna be Estudiantes 2 seed, Venezuela 3 seed. So Venezuela looks like they're gonna play Real Madrid. Estudiantes look like they're gonna play AKBC, and Moscow looks like they're gonna play Chelsea. Okay, and then these two will play. That means. So these look like this is the matchups. This Eastern Conference looks pretty much set at this point. Over here, PSG. I mean, this is coming down to the wire. 1 game left. All these teams could make or miss right here. If Inter Milan wins and one of these teams loses, I think Inter Milan's in. That means I didn't see who's here, but yeah. Roma, Man City, Liverpool. So right now, PSG has the potential to play Liverpool or Napoli. Who would they rather play, Liverpool or Napoli? Actually, if I was Archibald, I'd want to play Napoli and beat Josie in the series and claim my throne. But you never know. Wow. So this is coming down to the wire with 2 days left. Olympiacos trying to get the 4 seed home court advantage over Al Berlin in the playoffs. They might have done it there. Marshall, big game. PSG, they're pretty much, I mean, they're pretty much locked into their seed. Archibald 32-11 is warming up for the playoffs. Next time we'll see Archibald is the playoffs. So PSG ends the regular season 45-37. They were once they got Archibald, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-1 with Archibald in April. So I mean, if that's anything to tell you of what's to come, that this could be scary. Berlin, if they lose this, that means home court advantage goes to Olympiacos. If they win this, someone might go to Olympiacos. I don't know. Crap. What's Alba? Olympiacos. Olympiacos is the 5 seed, so that means Alba gets home court advantage over them. Real Madrid Bros. Real Madrid's pretty much locked into their seeds. Real Madrid gets the win. Inter Milan Vitalis. Inter Milan loses this game, they're out. Vitalis wins this game or loses this game, it doesn't matter. Inter Milan's not going to the playoffs. Vitalis is heading to nowhere. Vitalis' season ends 38-44. Disappointment. That means congratulations to Torino and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich's making their first playoffs in season 6. Torino's making their first playoffs ever. Congratulations to those two teams on their huge accomplishments of making the playoffs. Party like it. Poppin' Swordfish is gonna go absolutely nuts partying now, and all the Bayern Munich fans are pretty happy. They can sleep sound because Bayern Munich is heading back to the playoffs. This is one of the funnest parts of the season, just watching all these teams clinch the playoffs or miss the playoffs potentially. Torino, just for good measure, beats Napoli. Make sure their playoff position is safe. Napoli is the 4 seed as of right now, so it looks like Napoli will not be playing against PSG. Looks like it's going to be Liverpool playing against PSG in the first round. Oh, Liverpool loses embarrassment too, but Liverpool has a better record than Napoli, so Liverpool will play PSG in the first round. I love the 3-6 upsets to pick. I especially love them when PSG is the 6 seed. I think that might have been that last season, so yeah. Olympiacos whoops them. Oh, actually, Olympiacos is the 4 seed now. I think Olympiacos might just have gotten home court advantage. Actually, Alba Berlin's another game, but two teams that are. I mean, Alice's missing the playoffs for the first time in a long time. Milan's second straight playoffs missed after a lot of playoffs made in a row. They're building for the future. They're going to be better soon. Borussia Dortmund versus Valencia. This is a game that has Shemi having a great game written all over it. Shemi having a great stat line. 19-16 with only 3 turnovers. Only 3 for him. Keep in mind. Turnovers is something to watch. Shemi is coming into his own when it's at the right time. Madrid Estudiantes last game before the playoffs. Charlie Cooper, he's not going to make the playoffs and potentially his last season ever of pro basketball. Another 40-point game, 40-10, 6, 11 turnovers, but 40 points for Charlie Cooper as his season comes to an end and potentially career. Albertville, if they lose this game, they're not going to get home court advantage. If AK wins this game, that's good for them. AK wins the game. Not to Carlton, a great game. Not to Carlton. If he stays another season in Italy, he will be the MVP favorite going in. If he does not stay another season, he's still going to be a top 10 pick. So, I mean, pretty much 2 good options for him. Oh, I don't know what I did there. Bayern Munich, if they want to be the 8 seed, they're 2 8 seeds. Battle of the 8 seeds right here. As both those teams will end up being the 8 seeds in their respective conferences. Man City, Moscow. Wow. Moscow wins in what concludes the season. Pablo, what the frick? I nerfed this guy. Oh, I nerfed this guy so hard. I literally killed his tendencies. Are you freaking kidding me? I legitimately took this guy's tendencies and just like his shot tendency went down like 20. His passing tendency went down like 10. Actually, I think on my left, his passing tendency is my point guard. I tried to turn him into like a point guard, pretty much. I killed his shot tendency. Absolutely murdered it. I even loaded his steal and block tendency. I can't kill him off. I can't do that Quintero, but God, I'm gonna nerf him again after the season. Shemi, Quintero's team, Quintero's player. 24.8 and 10.7. Great season for Shemi outside of the turnovers. His shooting percentage is not that good either, but that will go up. Spaghetti Pierce is the 6th man of the year. The season 6 MVP favorite at age 28 now is 6th man of the year. The MVP is not what this is having. Cubs, I'm not gonna. Cubs, what was the contract you signed? If you retired, that's just so stupid. That is so stupid, Cubs. Hakeem Tran, defensive player of the year, that's not gonna happen. Balotelli most improved, not gonna happen either. Kyrie getting coach of the year. I mean, that happens a lot, it seems. Alright, the all Italy teams according to this. I'm gonna actually put out my own all Italy teams this season because that's gonna be cool. Josie makes it. Joe Do makes it. These two guys actually might make the team. He's always up here. Charlie Cooper had a great season, good for him. Archibald, right there on the second team. It's weird seeing Archibald in the PSG jersey. You might have to get a picture of that. Potentially for MVP. Nazi right there. Joey Griffin's having a great season. Had a great season this year. Jovan Javic. Okay. I know it's Javic, but or Jovic, but I'm gonna say Javic. Jamil Aziz makes this. Good for him. Poppin' Swordfish, as expected. Defense-wise, a lot of rookies here. Zatron, rookie. Brewer, rookie. Wilson, rookie. Hakeem Tran, second season. Joe Do is kind of young. These guys are all oldies and vets in Italy, except Pablo Bean. All rookie teams. These are what 2K says, but I'm gonna change this because Gafford's not gonna make it. Other than that, these other 4 are probably gonna be on. Zatron kind of cooled off later in the season, but he's gonna be great. That was on a Moscow team as a rookie. Angelo Hughes, Nani Panda, Duda Third, Adams, and Betts right here. Alright, playoffs. We're not doing this today. But I'll give you my insights on who I think is going to win each series. Roma versus Bayern Munich. Congrats to Bayern Munich for making it to the playoffs, but they're not going to. I mean, could they pull off what Inter Milan did last season? Technically, they could. I don't think they're going to. I think Roma's going to be mad after last season. They went in 5. Gentlemen sweep. Sorry, Bayern Munich, but I'm going to have to give this one to Roma. I think Roma has enough experience to make it, and Jamil Aziz has stepped up this season. I think that's going to be big. So, yeah. Napoli, Bayern Munich. Or Napoli, Borussia Dortmund, sorry. Napoli obviously has big man Josie Altidore Jr. He's not big man, but he's like the big gun in the league. It seems this season. D'Lo Jr. has been great, and now they have to go against a team like with Shemi Jr., Latana Zonia, Ethan Griffin, who have all been great this season. Connor Smith Jr. as well. This one's going to 7 in my opinion because I think both teams have enough firepower to do something great. A lot of stuff here, but 7 games. I'm gonna give it to Napoli. I think Napoli lost first round last season too. They lost. Napoli was the 2 seed last season. They lost first round to Man City, who was the 7 seed, who ended up winning the championship. I think Napoli's gonna win it this time though. Josie and D'Lo Jr. are a great duo. There's a lot of other good players there like Paco Pez. So yeah, Liverpool PSG. This is tough. This is tough to say because Liverpool is a great team. They've Dude's made some great moves, but I just don't see Liverpool as a contender at this point. You just have the gut instinct when a team's a contender, and a team's not. Last season, you had the gut instinct that a team like Manchester City was a contender coming into the year. They didn't end up being a contender during the season, but at the playoffs they came to that. Liverpool, I don't know how the instinct about. I don't think Liverpool's a contender. They were probably gonna win the championship after this. They're probably gonna win the championship after I say that, but yeah. PSG though, I think they're gonna win in 5. I think it's PSG in 5. I'm sorry, they were 7-1 with Archibald. I think Archibald is going to be Archibald, Karoslav Jr., and Tobias Lightning. 3 big names. Not big names, but like those are 3 guys who are going to be key for PSG. I think PSG wins this one into 5. That's not. It's not. It's not even. I'm not even trying to say like, oh, the 3 seed's going to win this one or lose in 7 or 6. No, they're going to lose in 5. I think 2-7. Congrats to Torino on making the playoffs for the first time ever. Uh, Man City in 4. No, you know what? Man City in 5. I like Poppin' Swordfish to take a game. Poppin' Swordfish is Poppin' Swordfish. But yeah, so 5 games to win for Man City. That means Roma, Napoli, PSG, and Man City will move on, which are pretty much the 4 most consistent teams in this conference over here. On this side, Moscow, Chelsea. I feel like this happens more often than you think, because Chelsea's always like this 8 seed, Moscow's only the 1 seed pretty much, or like they're 2-7 or like 3-6. I mean, they're always in this position pretty much. Moscow in 4. Yeah, Chelsea gets swept. I'm sorry. I have to put a sweep in there. And I think it's gonna be Chelsea, because I think Moscow is just winners. Olympiacos Alba. I think this is a rematch of last season's conference finals, and I think Olympiacos. I think Olympiacos is a better team. Don't get me wrong. Olympiacos is definitely the better team. Alba wins. I don't want to say it. Olympiacos is just not good in the playoffs. Alba wins this one in like 6. I'll show stats in a little bit. I want to go through this real quick. Venice Real Real Madrid. This is a tough one too. I like this matchup. Venice Real always surprises me. They're much better actually when they're performing than they are on paper. Real Madrid has their big 3 of Lingus Jr., Jodu, and Joey Griffin. I think this one goes to 7, and I'll have to go with Real Madrid. I think Venice Real is a good team. I think Venice Real could very easily make the conference finals, or even make the finals, or even win the finals for all I know. But I like Real Madrid in this one. Something about Real Madrid, they're a little disappointing in the regular season always, but I think Real Madrid has contender written all over them. I think next season, if Stevenson can add a good 6th man, or maybe just like another wing to go alongside uh, Linus Jr., I think that'll be the key. I think Count Ravioli's a solid power forward. I think they need one more wing. But yeah. Madrid Estudiantes AKBC. AKBC's back in the playoffs against the team that got screwed out of the playoffs against last season. Because Madrid Estudiantes stole that appearance for them last season. You know what I think that's gonna mean? I think that's gonna mean absolutely freaking nothing because 2K doesn't realize that that's emotions. No. The Ultimate Tiles coach didn't quit. I was like, hey man, you're not. He quit the actual league today. Yeah, that was kind of sad. But yeah. Madrid Estudiantes AKC. I'm gonna give this one to Madrid Estudiantes in 6. I think AKC will give them a little bit of a fight. I just don't think they're quite there yet. And yeah. Roma Napoli. Yeah, that was sad. Roma Napoli. This is a good series. I think what you need in the playoffs to be successful is you need a clear superstar and a clear sidekick. You got Josie as a superstar. You got D'Lo as a sidekick. I think that's what you need to win the finals. I think this one goes to Napoli in 6. Napoli's going to the conference finals for their 4th time in team history. PSG Man City. These two teams are very similar. I think of Carlton and Westbrook as very similar owners. They came around about the same time in Italy. Their teams have been about similar in Italy in terms of wins pretty much all the time. Um, two similar team styles in terms of like team first play. This season PSG has now has Archibald though. I like to. You never want to pick against the defending champs who also improved. It seemed from last season, but I'm gonna have to pick against the defending champs. I'm gonna have to give this one to PSG. I think Paris Saint-Germain is going to win this series in 7. PSG heads to the conference finals. That Josie Archibald matchup is going to happen in my opinion. That would be that'd be so much fun to watch. Is a Josie Archibald matchup. Watch them both lose in the first round now, but that'd be so fun to watch in the conference finals. Moscow Olympico or Moscow Alba. I think Olympiacos is better, but I'm gonna go to Alba. Uh, Moscow in 5. I think they're just gonna beat Alba. I think Moscow will lose in the conference finals if they lose this playoffs. So yeah, Real Madrid, Madrid Estudiantes, 2 Madrid teams. I'm just going to the Madrid Estudiantes. I guess Madrid Estudiantes because Pablo Bean's been pretty good this season. I'm gonna have to kill this guy's tendencies even more, I guess. But Madrid Estudiantes, I think, have the right combination. Luigi King's always good. I mean, they have okay. Pablo Bean seems to be better than he is, but I think Pablo Bean is not the reason these guys are so successful. They were decent with Pablo Bean as the pretty much only piece last season. This season, what took them above and beyond was their rookies: Luigi King, Marshall Gates, Elijah Watson, and I think there's one more. There's one more I'm forgetting, I think, but that's what's going to take Real Madrid. That's what Madrid Estudiantes is good, but Madrid Estudiantes I think win this 1-7. Uh, Napoli PSG. Do I really want to predict this? Well, both these teams are long shots of the finals, anyways. It seems based on seeds. But I'm gonna have to give this one to. Honestly, I really like what PSG did. I think their April was a huge indicator of what's gonna come. They're always good in the playoffs. There's still teams that are good in the playoffs, teams that are bad in the playoffs. Napoli, all time in the conference finals, are 2-12. PSG has made the finals, I think, one time maybe. I think they made the finals one time, but I think PSG is going to the finals this season. I think PSG. I feel like the Archibald acquisition is so perfect for PSG. That was the right blend of a. That was a true superstar they needed to get over top. They got rid of some of the riffraff. I think PSG's heading to the finals. This one is in 5 because Napoli's always really bad in the conference finals. So yeah, over here, Moscow, Madrid Estudiantes. I think Moscow takes that one in 6. I think Moscow's just a much better team than Madrid. That leaves PSG Moscow in the finals. What's gonna happen here? I'm gonna have to give this one to PSG. I think PSG is gonna be your champion. I honestly think they are. I might be overjudging them way too much. Liverpool might beat them in the first round for all I know, but I think PSG is gonna be the finals champion. And that's it. PSG wins the finals, in my opinion. When will the series happen? I don't. When will this playoffs happen? I don't know. But if it wants their stats, I'll go through all the stats real quick. I'll just like scroll on every team real quick. I heard Real Madrid. Everyone has a chance to screenshot. I'm excited for Vitalis in the future, though. I think they could be really something special with Chavez's owner. I might post these. Never know. Joe's the end of averaging 30. That's big for the MVP race. That 30-point mark is a big indicator. That's like a big mark people don't really eclipse often. Hey, people are saying Josie's MVP, no doubt, but I make some decisions that are unpopular when it comes to MVP choices. If everyone remembers Meatball in season 6, D'Angelo Ashcroft in season 5, that was back-to-back unpopular MVP decisions. Huh. I feel like last season got some controversy. Oh yeah, people. Oh yeah, people complained about Archibald winning over Josie last season. I forgot about that. Actually, it's just Josh, I'm pretty sure, but yeah. Anyways, that's it, guys. League leaders, real quick. I'm gonna go to the advanced statistics, real quick. Okay, PER wise, the best players are up here. The guys who we think of as the top guys in the league are all up here. This top 10 is a really good top 10. I would say. Game score is another one I like to use. Josie just had some great games. Archibald's right here too. This is more. I mean, you got Dwayne DeRozan up here now too. And then estimated wins added is something I like to see because it shows just how much people mean to their team. And 31 or pretty much 32 estimated wins added for Josie Jr. You cannot beat that. I mean, I like how good Charlie Cooper played this season. That's good for him. He played absolutely out of his mind this year. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Next time I'll see you, it'll be the Italian League playoffs, which is one of the most hype events. Yeah. Oh wait, I have to stop broadcast before I turn off the PS4.